So let's start today's
Can I ask a
discussion.
question?
Yes, beta. We can start our class with a question.
Ma'am, can we
It's
can
so
we
good to
create?
it's so good to see Priyanshi. Priyanshi, can you adjust your camera in a way so that I can see your complete face? It's a good idea. You can switch on your cameras. Then the class will be felt as if there is like class. Just tilt it a bit so that I can see you. Yes, Priyanshi. Great to see you. Good evening. All of you. Oh God, I am very happy today. Feels like it's a live class now. Isn't it? Yes, Priyanshi. Waiting for your answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Bolo.
Ma'am, can we create artificial nerve fiber?
Artificial nerve fiber. It's a very valid question. It is tried even. There are diseases in which there is what I can say, destruction of nerve fibers, and such diseases are known as Alzheimer's, or there are Parkinson's disease. In such cases, what happens is beta, they try to create nerve fiber and rejuvenate nervous system. But still it is not that much successful because basically conduction of impulse via nervous system, even though is a electrical event, the way it is controlled, that kind of controlled response production still by artificial means is not possible. But yes, people are working on artificial intelligence, and you must be astonished to know nowadays AI body parts are available which can be synchronized with our nervous system or our central nervous system, and those parts can move as per the command of our brain. Have you ever heard about Stephen Hawking?
Yes, ma'am.
One of the famous physicists. He used to ride a, yes, Yesha, he used to ride a wheelchair.
Wheelchair.
That can be controlled by his mind because all of his other body parts were gone. That's why. So he was not able to move his hand or leg or something like that. But he was able to control his wheelchair via the activities present in his brain. So that is possible, but complete replacement of a nervous system and making it electronic, it's still not possible. Anything else? Anyone?
And ma'am, can we transplant ovary?
That is also something which is not tried yet, because beta ovary is something which is have a very intricate relationship with the other parts of reproductive system. So transplantation of ovary, first of all, from where you are going to have ovary? Removal of ovary of a person is not a very what I can say, is a very well idea, because the way transplantation is done. Consider, let me talk about transplantation here. When transplantation is possible, consider if someone is having any defective body part and we are achieving body parts from others, we can call it transplantation. But for transplantation, we require healthy body parts, isn't it? So if I like kind of ask anyone that you donate your heart, obviously that person will not donate. For kidney it is different, as two kidneys are there, and in some cases person can donate one kidney, because with one kidney also a person can survive, but it's not true for ovary. So you cannot obtain ovary from any old lady. She will not have the eggs and other things, no, present in the ovary. So that's why ovarian transplant is not an idea which is preferred much. If anyone is having any problem in the ovary, there are other ways. In this chapter, we are going to study about the assisted reproductive technologies, where we can have better alternative than implantation, or what I can say, transfusion of ovary. There are other methods which are easier, cheaper, and involves less amount of risk. So that's why no one thought about transplantation of ovary. Anything
Okay,
else?
ma'am.
Anything else? Anyone?
मैम वो अम्बेलिकल कॉर्ड जो था वो स्टोर किया जाता है बिकॉज उसमें मल्टीपोटेंट सेल्स होते हैं तो
Yes, yes.
जैसे कि किसी को किडनी में प्रॉब्लम है
Hmm.
तो लाइक वो उसी पर्सन के लिए यूज होता है किसी और पर्सन के लिए भी यूज हो सकता है
No, only for that person. See, obviously, eventually we will talk about all these things, but I am so happy that you people are asking doubts. Our immune system is having capability to demarcate between self and non-self part. मतलब वो सोच सकता है, वो पहचान सकता है कि अगर हमारी बॉडी में एक सेल है, वो अपना हिस्सा है या बाहर कहीं से आया है. Understood, beta? So obviously, whenever we are thinking about transplantation, there is a chance of graft rejection. अगर मेरे शरीर में किसी और की किडनी डाली जाती है, तो जैसे ब्लड देने से पहले ब्लड ग्रुप की मैचिंग करना जरूरी है, वैसे किडनी से पहले टिश्यू मैचिंग और हैप्लोटाइप मैचिंग करना जरूरी है. एंड इवन इफ हैप्लोटाइप मैचिंग इज डन, देन ऑल्सो जब ट्रांसप्लांट किया जाता है, थोड़े दिनों तक इम्यून सिस्टम को सप्रेस करके रखा जाता है बाय गिविंग इम्यूनो डिप्रेसेंट ड्रग्स. अंडरस्टूड? तो ऐसे कंटेक्स्ट में ऑब्वियसली इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट एम्ब्रियोनिक स्टेम सेल, किसी और का किसी और में तो काम हो ही नहीं सकता है बेटा. इट हैज टू बी बाय दैट सेम पर्सन. All of you, after your grade 12, you will have a vacation, no? I suggest all of you to study one storybook if you can. If you can, I don't know, like nowadays if people read storybooks or not. There is a storybook of Robin Cook called Chromosome Number 6. Study, you will know lot many things about this grafting, how world is thinking today. Storybook है, boring बिल्कुल नहीं है, but it is related to bioscience fiction or medical science fiction. Okay. So unless any question is there, can we proceed for chapter number 4, or anyone wish to ask anything else?
मैम आज तक कभी लंग ट्रांसप्लांट हुआ है?
No, not much. Some part of it is all right, but it's not done. Lungs are having very high rate of growth. If some part is damaged, it can be taken care of and it can be recovered quickly. So obviously we don't require it to be transplanted.
Okay, ma'am.
Transplant is something you people must be very amused with, but the thing is it's not that much easy, beta. Obviously lot many complicated procedures are involved in this. Okay, so chalo, let us start with the chapter of discussion today, that is called reproductive health. So when we study one chapter, beta, it's always I say that there is a aim. There is an aim for studying one chapter. Okay, we study one chapter because we want to achieve something in that chapter. So by studying reproductive health chapter, what will be our benefit and what are the key points of this chapter that I am going to discuss now. When we studied human reproduction, we came to know different parts and bits of human reproductive system and how it's function to give birth to the new child isn't it? Now, how to apply that knowledge? Obviously, as human being, all of us are going to go for the reproduction procedure. So we can, as individual, think about and know more about this one of the system present in our body, that is the premier application of studying human reproduction. Second application is we can think about something new. See, knowledge is useless unless and until you can come up with brilliant ideas of its application. A knowledge which is stored somewhere and whenever asked is reproduced in the same manner is nothing but a data, and data is not that much useful until and unless it is applied to create something new. So in reproductive health chapter, we will know more about how one can be reproductively healthy, what are the factors that makes a person reproductively unhealthy, and obviously we will know the importance of reproductive health. Generally, whenever we think about being healthy, first of all we think about fever, common cold, फिर थोड़े बहुत बड़े बड़े diseases. Nowadays we think a lot about corona. Especially we are ignoring two types of health rather than three types of health. One is mental health, which is one of the most important factor. Second is social health, because throughout the society where we interact, where we live in, where we stay, obviously is making us healthy. And third and the last thing, but not the least thing, is reproductive health. In Indian society, we kind of feel shaky while talking about reproduction. So that's why this chapter is not only a chapter. Here you will learn lots of many things which you should learn. And it's related to sex education. Indian government says that students of your age should be exposed with the concept of sex education. But many cases it is not dealt in school due to confusion, due to some kind of hesitation. But it should not be done. You get here well exposure of this reproductive health chapter. So let us first define what is reproductive health. Can we have the definition of reproductive health? What do you think is reproductive health?
Reproductive health.
Yes.
It refers to the healthy reproductive organ.
See, again, I told you that we ignore two factors. See, there is a WHO definition of reproductive health. I am quoting it here only. This is mentioned by WHO. That's why I am mentioning it. It says that it is the total well-being of physical, okay, then emotional, behavioral, and social aspects of reproduction. Specifically mentioned, everyone is focusing only into this factor. If we ask anyone that when do you consider a person reproductively healthy, everyone will say if the person is having healthy reproductive system and can produce healthy offspring, the person is reproductively healthy. No, beta. A person needs to be emotionally, behaviorally, and socially healthy also related to reproduction. Can we discuss more on emotional, behavioral, and social well-being of reproductive health? What do you think? We require to be emotionally healthy also? Let me give you one example. Consider a person is having negative emotion about reproduction. So what are the negative emotion one can have? One can be scared of going for reproduction. One can be like not mentally stable during reproduction and causing harm to the partner. Can you call that person reproductively healthy? Yes, no.
No.
We cannot call that person reproductively healthy. A person who is torturing a lady or a male during process of reproduction, forcing reproduction to that person, we cannot say that that person is reproductively healthy. He or she must be having some kind of emotional problem which is leading himself or herself into a very disturbed reproductive health. Okay, so emotional well-being is also required for proper kind of reproduction success. Obviously, if you are going for reproduction with lots of disturbed emotion, the process will not be smooth and the reproduction process, the result will also not be as desirable. Same is about behavioral. If a person is keeping too many behavioral consciousness during reproduction, what are behavioral methods? That a person is very much having taboo about when to have reproduction in a month. They like refer some kind of devotional book and go for reproduction. This is related to behavioral changes. Or during the process of reproduction, they have peculiar behavior which may or may not be favorable for the partner as well as child. So these are all related to behavioral issues and social issues. Obviously, I told you. Consider I hope we talked about the this female foeticide. You know where we are killing the female girl child. Do you think the people who are doing this are reproductively healthy? No, it is a social stigmata. So a person can be called reproductively healthy not only if he or she is having physically able to have proper reproductive system, he or she needs to have emotional balance, needs to have proper behavioral methods during reproduction, and the society in which we are living needs to have sensible approach towards reproduction. Unless and until one of them is missing, we cannot call a person reproductively healthy. Okay. So let us now talk today about the like problems we face due to reproduction. What do you think can be the pros and cons of not having proper reproductive health that can be faced by people? What do you think? our awareness, our reproductive health, how do you think it is going to impact our
Ma'am,
society?
overpopulation.
Very good. One of them is overpopulation. Then second,
It affects mother's health.
yes, beta, pardon, can you repeat?
It affects mother's health.
It affects mother cells. Okay, yes,
Health.
obviously it will affect mother's health, but I'm not talking about mother. I'm talking about impact on society. What are the importance of like its impact on society?
Depressed personality.
Yes, one can have depressed personality. Then
Early marriage.
then
Female foeticide.
very good. And then we are missing out one point. Anything? Anyone? Don't you think this can be a point? That is what is STD?
Sexually transmitted.
It can be spread. And lastly, let us take the last point as that child and mother health. So now let us see the implication of each of the subject in detail. How do you think overpopulation, why we have overpopulation? First of all, why we have overpopulation? What is the reason?
Women wish to have a male child.
Overpopulation, wish to have a male child? No, not always. We need to say that there is decrease in death rate. We make such big hues and cries when a person is dying due to corona. It's really sad if someone is losing his or her loved one. But in our country, if you look into it, the death rate reduced a lot if I consider the time of my grandfather. At that time, simply due to malaria or cholera, people used to die a lot. गांव के गांव उजड़ जाता था कोलेरा में. गांव में एक घर में कोलेरा हुआ, दो घर में कोलेरा हुआ, बाकी it like spread in a way that it is gone. whole village is empty. Nowadays, due to good amount of medical facilities, we have very high very high decrease in the death rate, due to which the average lifespan of our human being is also increased. So due to all these reasons, obviously it is observed that overpopulation is there, because people do not control the reproductive procedure, and they do not have, all of us do not go for birth control measures. So obviously, educated families, we know the implication, and generally we don't try to have children more than two. But if you look into the uneducated people, what they feel is, okay, if I have five children, sorry, that means I will have five laborers who are going to earn for me. Understood? पांच बच्चे मतलब पांच काम करने वाले घर के. They don't understand that instead of five, if they have one child, and with their minimum resources, if they educate that child will earn for all of them. And as the child will be educated, the earning will be more than the uneducated laborers. They don't think that much deep. They don't think that much. They don't have vision to see that far. So obviously, slowly and steadily, population explosion is there. Now, what impact it will have on society? What will be the impact of overpopulation?
Lack of education.
Lack of education कैसे होगा बेटा? I'm talking about direct effect.
Some lack of resources.
That is true. Lack of resources. Lack of resources because food scarcity will be there. There will be scarcity of every other resources present in the world. So that is what is the effect of overpopulation. If we are too much populated, we will have scarce medical facility, scarce food, scarcity of place to live in. So this way we will have 1,000 types of scarcities chaining with us. So obviously overpopulation is something which is creating so many other problems. It is the main reason of pollution also. Don't you think overpopulation is a reason of pollution?
Yes, ma'am.
To create more houses, every day we are cleaning the jungles. My husband says that the place where I stay in Godrej Garden City, 10 years before it was known as a jungle. और लोग आते नहीं थे. मेन अहमदाबाद से यहाँ पे आके रहना मतलब लोग बोलेंगे नहीं नहीं वो तो जंगल है वहां कौन जाएगा. Nowadays we have houses over here, 1,000 other things over here. So that means we cut some trees and had this city developed. For what purpose? For the purpose of managing the facility of housing to the human being. So same way, overpopulation will have not many impact on the resources. Now let's talk about the depressed personality. Why a person will have depressed personality? I think Yesha talked about depressed personality.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, if a person is physically or emotionally not that healthy, so he or she can avoid social meets.
So physical and mental unfit in terms of you must be wondering, and let me tell you, this point will never ever be mentioned in any of your textbook, but this is a fact. Every day around us, we see that girls are not safe. We should not go out in the night. We should take care of our clothes. We should do this. We should do that. Actual, this depressed personality or having a person who is physically and mentally unfit is a threat to the society. He or she will cause harm to the people surrounding him. So impact will be, it will have ill effect on society. So sexual, what I can say, sexual discrimination कि नहीं मेल्स ये कर सकते फीमेल्स ये नहीं कर सकते और having any kind of grudge for the opposite sex that कभी कभी लड़कियां भी आजकल होती है नहीं सारे gentlemen are not so gentle. So this kind of common ideas or any kind of disbalance can be very, very unhealthy for the society. Let us talk about early marriage. Why generally people have early marriage? Why do you think this curse occur in our society? I want everyone to participate in the discussion. This chapter is something where all of us can talk. इसको बोलने के लिए you don't require any bookish knowledge, no? We all are part of society. So I guess all of you can participate in the lecture. Can I hear from anyone else other than those people who are keep on speaking? Krishant, I never heard Krishant. I don't know how his voice is. Prachi, can I hear from you? This is the basic difference between online and offline, you know. Offline we can catch hold of everything. Online we cannot. And students complain that they don't find online teaching good. But we like teachers feel that online teaching is bad because students do not respond or do not reciprocate. Can I hear from anyone why early marriage occur generally with what kind of notions? Girls, can I hear from any one of you? Yes, Priyanshi, why you are hesitating? Speak, it may be wrong, no problem.
Ma'am, dowry can be a reason for that.
अर्ली मैरिज तो लड़की के माँ बाप करवाते हैं, है ना, या लड़के के माँ बाप करवाते हैं, तो डाउरी देने में उनको क्या इंटरेस्ट होगा? First reason is that is the pressure डालते हैं. This is due to the social belief. That girls पराया संपत्ति होता है, इसको जितनी जल्दी पराये को सौंप दो तुम ऊपर से शांति से मुक्त हो जाओ. This is the idea. आज मेरी बेटी की शादी होगी, जैसे कि बेटी की शादी नहीं हुई तो वो बेटी पता नहीं क्या करने वाला है. This kind of ideas people have. अगर बेटी की शादी नहीं हुई तो माँ चिंता करता है, बेटी की शादी नहीं हुई तो पापा डबल चिंता करते हैं. I don't know why. She is also having hand, leg, brain, every part properly working. She can lead her life even if she is not married. But in our society, girl means she needs to be married and that too at early age. Once she is getting age, she will not find any guy. So obviously in some cases it may be true. But in most of the cases, very early marriage, that is before 18 years or 21 years in case of boys. Below these ages defined by government, we should not think about getting married. Can you tell me what impact will have if anyone gets married before this age? No idea?
Ma'am, lack of knowledge.
हाँ तो चलो, lack of knowledge we can say. Other than that, so that means if you
Domestic
provide
violence.
domestic violence, so it is possible even if you get married at the age of 40. That is not related to child marriage. ये गारंटी किसी को है कि 25 साल की उम्र में कोई शादी करे तो डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस नहीं होगा? See, let me tell you why these ages are decided. First of all, below 18 years, mother is not, or rather to say, female is not ready to carry a healthy child. Obviously, as soon as the menstruation starts, a female can carry a child. But before 18 years, the internal development of uterus and the what I can say, mental makeup of the lady or the physical makeup of the lady is not so strong that she can carry a child inside her. If early pregnancy is there, it is observed that it can lead to severe damage to the reproductive system of the child. That's why government decided this 18 years of age. Now you may have a question, then why 21 years for boys? Because of making them mentally able to take responsibility of a lady as well as a child. Okay, that's why it is said that a person should not go for early marriages. There may be 1,000 bad impacts on the health of mother as well as child. And obviously, if mother and child is affected, the father will by default get affected. Okay. So now let's talk about female foeticide. I don't think here we require to ask why or I need to say much. We know that this is the longing for the male child. That is the reason why female childs are killed. And what is the impact of this evil practice we follow?
Less number of females per male.
So the sex ratio of male and female is getting disturbed by this evil practice. Okay, so let me jot it down here. Why? Desire of male child. And the impact is disturbed sex ratio. Okay, sure. Next is, if one person is not reproductively healthy, STDs spread. STDs mainly spread due to lack of knowledge. Don't you feel? Two reasons are there for spreading of STD. One is lack of knowledge, and second is hesitation to declare. The way a person is treated in our society, if a person is suffering from AIDS, obviously no one will talk about the disease. Now to chalo, after second lockdown, it is very easy for people to declare, okay, that I am suffering from corona. You know, initially people used to harass people जिनको कोरोना होता था. अब उन्होंने जानबूझ के थोड़ी ना कोरोना लिया है. Obviously they are like not like that. Nurses and other doctors को कोई घर नहीं देता था. They were kicked out of their rented houses and all this. These were the ideas we had for corona. Then for STD, so you can understand. A person can suffer from AIDS due to various other reasons, beta, other than having sexual relationship with someone. Consider you thought of donating blood. You joined like you attended a blood donation camp. वहां किसी वजह से used needle से आपसे blood लिया गया, and the person with whom this needle was used earlier was suffering from AIDS. You may have AIDS. What is your fault? You thought of giving blood for some needy person. That cannot be marked as a fault. So this is the main reason, and the impact is, what is the impact on society? It is mortality. Rate of mortality is very high in case of spreading of STD. Okay. Next, child's and mother's health. It is affected mainly due to lack of knowledge. And its impact is deterioration of health. Let me tell you various practices I heard in my life when I was being a mother. Not many people were around me. They gave me suggestions which were medically wrong. Fortunately, I had my mom, dad, both of them are doctor. I asked them every time. I used to ask them. They used to scold me. कि क्या बोल रहे हो यार? ऐसा तुम educated हो? तुमने biology लेके PhD किया? You talk nonsense. I said I am being mother for the first time. I don't know. Let me tell you. Once I had a friend who she's a doctor. She is a gynecologist. She was mentioning. One lady was having breech position. You know, that day I was talking about the breech position where the child is opposite. Naturally, in case of a child, head should come down and the leg should be up, isn't it? If it is opposite, we call that position as a breech position. So in breech position, many a times it is suggested by the doctor to go for cesarean to avoid complication, to avoid dangers associated with the life of mother. अब उसके घर में they were insisting that this child is having some kind of complication, you go for cesarean. And father, mother जो थे सास ससुर, they were saying नहीं हमारी बच्ची का तो normally delivery होगा, we cannot go for cesarean. And you know that child died. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? नहीं आप लोग तो लुटेरे हो, लूट लेते हो, सीजर करवाने से लूट लेते हो, सीजर करवाने से बच्चे का हेल्थ अफेक्टेड होता है, ये होता है, वो होता है. These are all bad things. Yeah, don't think about getting affected by, like, don't think that if the child's health is affected or not. Let the child survive first, then we can think. Let us then consult about the difference between the child born by C-section as well as normal delivery. So these are different practices during the pregnancy also. There are wrong ideas about taking care of mother and child. उसको ये नहीं करनी चाहिए, उसको वो नहीं करनी चाहिए. These are good things, these are bad things. There are 1,000 ideas suggested by Qua, as well as people who are having 100-year-old tradition in their mind. All 100-year-old traditions, I don't say is bad, but we need to think that situations change. No, so we cannot follow the same methodologies. No, 100 साल पहले कहीं पे कोई doctors available नहीं होता था. So midwives were the people who used to go for this special kind of what I can say, parturition process. But nowadays we have medical facilities available, so things change. Who will make them understand? So these are the different evils, 6 evils we are talking about, which may be arise due to ill effect of reproductive health. Now, if after this we understood that if a person or the members of society are not reproductively healthy, these are the evils that come upon the society. Can you people tell me that what are the ways to fight against it?
Spread awareness.
That is the only word. We need to removing all these evils the way I am erasing them. Only one way is there. We need to talk about it. We need to spread awareness in people. Once all of us are educated about the sex education, such kind of stupid ideas does not exist, and then we can abolish each of the social evil from the society. So they can be erased only by fighting, or this will be the helpful thing to fight against all these evils. Now, what do you think government has done to go for it? There is a program developed by government which is called RCH, that is Reproductive and Child Healthcare Program. People associated with this, they are working on various aspects. First of all, they work on generating awareness in people. Small things they talk about. They say that female is not responsible for determination of sex in sex of child. Let me tell you, various such programs are also visible in Doordarshan, but unfortunately अभी कोई दूरदर्शन देखता ही नहीं है, so we are not aware of their efforts. They help in building reproductive healthy society. Apart from that, they provide sex education to people. They make us aware about the different birth control measures, because by birth control measures we can control the evil of population explosion. Apart from that, Two other policies of government are MCH, that is called maternity and child health care, and second one is also coming under this because it is closely related with reproductive health, that is called national immunization with our common effort we are able to get rid of polio. And nowadays it is very promising that many people know about all these different types of vaccines that is available for children. And doctors generally give us the schedule. You can get it from private hospitals as well as from the government hospitals as per the wish of person. So that is the overview of reproductive health. Anyone wish to ask anything? If not, then we can proceed for further. Anyone? Waiting for your response. सभी सो गए? सिद्धांत?
No, ma'am.
इतनी सन्नाटा क्यों है क्लास में? So should we move ahead to the next part of this chapter?
Yes, ma'am.
है ना? So now we know that spreading awareness and all is possible, but the main implication of being reproductively unhealthy is the population explosion, which will include all other like bad effects under its umbrella. So obviously one way to control it is spreading awareness amongst people about the negative impact of population explosion on society as well as on personal life. But how one can control population via various scientific methods that we can see now. So today we will discuss about different birth control methods. So if we consider different types of birth control methods, mainly 5 methods are prime. We are going to talk about them one by one. First method is known as surgical method. Second one is known as chemical method. Next one is sterilization. Then barrier method. And next, the next one is the behavioral method. Okay, so we will talk about each of them, but let us first understand what is the meaning of each and every method. Let us first talk about the surgical method. Surgical method is something in which via minor or major surgery, some kind of block is created so that the gametes cannot fuse. Okay, so that is all about surgical methods. Next, let us talk about the chemical method. What we do in chemical method? Chemical methods can be further subdivided into two methods, in which one of the cases where we are utilizing some of the chemicals which is responsible for killing of the gametes. It can kill the sperm or it can kill the zygote. That is the one procedure. Other method is various hormonal combinations are used so that the fertilization is not possible. So in chemical, basically spermicidal chemical or sperm killing chemicals can be used, or there can be use of certain hormones on female body which can prevent the reproduction procedure. Next topic of discussion is this sterilization procedure. Sterilization is the ultimate procedure of not having birth of a child by any male or female, and it is generally like never ever opted unless and until there is any very compelling reason. So why, what is so special about this procedure? In case of sterilization procedure, beta, the gonads are removed. That means male reproductive system, the main part of it, that is testis, or in case of female reproductive system, the ovary is removed. In that case, the person will be permanently sterile and will never have the primary and secondary sexual character. Okay. Next is about the barrier method. What is this barrier? This is a comparatively safe procedure where some kind of barrier is created by placing any kind of membranous structures or cup-like structure which will prevent the meeting of sperm and ovum. So there is presence of a barrier or an obstacle which will not allow sperm to meet the ovum. That is what is done in case of barrier method. Last but not least, the behavioral method. In this method, we can control our like time of intercourse. We can control about the pouring of semen inside female reproductive system due to our modification of our behavior. That's why this is called behavioral method. Okay, I want all of you to understand what are these methods clearly, and then we will go for detail. Is it clear to all of you? Or you want me to repeat any of these methods?
Ma'am, chemical method.
Chemical method can be basically of two types, beta. One is application of certain chemicals which is harmful for the gametes. So you are killing gametes. And if you are killing gametes, obviously they will not be able to go for fertilization. So that is one method, one type of chemical method. Second type of chemical method is obviously use of chemical, but here specialized chemicals, that is male or female hormones are used. So they will also have gameticidal effect, but in this case it is modified, and it's not killing via a normal method of killing. It's basically preventing the regular process of reproduction. So at one place there are spermicidal chemicals which will kill sperm, and in case of hormonal method, it is mainly practiced in case of females. Various female hormones and their different doses and other things are shared in the body of female, and this will have a modification of the reproductive system.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so today we will start discussing about the surgical method. Before we proceed for that, I want you people to show you the textbook of this chapter so that you know what are the different points mentioned here. We will have a look into the textbook. Any question? By the meantime, we can take a few questions here. Anyone? See, this chapter is majorly divided into four parts. One is reproductive health, the problems and strategies. Is the screen visible, beta?
Yes,
Am
ma'am.
I audible? Okay. So,
Ma'am.
first part is about the different strategies and the concerns of reproductive health. We discussed about this, all these procedure. Next is population explosion and birth control. Under this heading, different methods of birth control is discussed. Like what are the methods, different types of methods. They are discussed here. Next part is medical termination of pregnancy. That is how it is done. What are its impact on mother's health, child health, impact on society, that is discussed in this part. We have a very common name of this medical termination of pregnancy. It is also known as abortion. Next is sexually transmitted diseases. So sexually transmitted diseases are another event. We discussed about them. Here we will know about each and every diseases that is commonly found in human being. Who are the causative organisms? What are the effect of that disease on a person who is suffering from it? And what are the effect of that disease on the child? That we are going to discuss at this part. And what are the ways to avoid sexually transmitted diseases? Last and most probably the most interesting part of this chapter is infertility. What may be the slight idea about what is infertility and what may be the reason, and the most of the focus is provided here towards the different methods to get rid of infertility. What are the different methods by which we can get rid of infertility? So basically in board examination from this chapter, they ask generally two markers. Okay. ज्यादा से ज्यादा they can give you 3 markers question, otherwise they ask 1 marker, 2 marker only. So as per that we need to prepare. Generally broad question is never ever asked in board examination from this chapter. So as short questions are coming, you need to read NCERT every line, because from every line they can drag some portion and they can give you some questions. Okay, so I will teach, I will give you to the point idea about the chapter. Then also I want all of you to read, go through NCERT, very categorized in a very categorized manner. And if you are finding any word or especially any terminology which you find is difficult, you can talk to me and we can discuss that terminology. Let's have a look at different types of surgical methods. Are we ready to look different types of surgical methods?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, first type of surgical method, maybe we can discuss only 1 or 2 today, because our class time will be over. First one is copper T. So what is this copper T? Copper T is basically a T-shaped structure. Okay, and it is basically placed inside uterus. How? Consider, I will show you one video also later on. It's all of this process are done. It is inserted somewhere like this. Okay, so why it is placed like this? It is placed like this with the help of a very what I can say, very simple surgical method. And due to insertion of this copper T, two-way benefit we get. First of all, up to certain extent the movement of sperm is blocked, and second is copper is known for its effect on sperm. So it is having a basically spermicidal effect. So what do we mean by this spermicidal effect? There are procedure by which the motility of sperm are affected. But the pros is it is generally without any side effect, unless and until any person is specially allergic to copper. And nowadays copper teas are made up of very like what I can say, improved kind of copper, and very having a very well designed structure, so it creates less disturbance in the day-to-day activity of a female. But it needs to be replaced after certain years. One needs to replace copper T after certain years. Okay, so this is the all about copper T. Let us talk about the next surgical method. In this surgical method also minor surgery is used to implant IUCD. Why I am writing the short form? Because frequently the full form of this IUCD is asked. It is called intrauterine contraceptive device. So as its name itself is suggesting, intrauterine contraceptive device or intrauterine device it is also called. is having it's a kind of device which is placed in uterus, and this will prevent the sperms to move. Okay, sperms cannot go and meet with the ovum, and they are not allowed to move to the fallopian tubule. And even if by any means the sperms are moving to the fallopian tubule, basically the embryo that is having bigger size, that is developed in fallopian tubule after fusion of male and female gamete, cannot come back and get implanted into the endometrium layer of uterus. Okay, so it doesn't allow, first of all, the movement of sperm. Even if sperms are able to fertilize the egg, it doesn't allow the what I can say, it doesn't allow the embryo to get implanted into the endometrium. Even if by any means endometrium layer is having the embryo, in that case, it promotes some kind of gametotoxic activity which will not allow the proper gelling of endometrium layer as well as the embryo. So this is how it decides that, okay, obviously this is the way by which the procedure is in a way that it will not allow the proper pregnancy. How it is placed, I will show you once again. If this is the fallopian tubule, these are the ovary. I am drawing a very rough diagram, as now you are all aware of the reproductive system of female. The way copper T is placed here and it is T-shaped, these are generally placed here in the form of either a ring or in the form of bows. So they can be in the form of ring or bow or in the form of spiral shape. So this ensures that even if sperms are entering, they cannot come here. Even if there is fertilization, the embryo cannot come here. Even if there is implantation, due to some cytotoxicity, the implantation is not successful. So this is how they control the birth of a child. Is it clear to all? Yes, no, nothing. Are you people there with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Any question? So we talked about two surgical methods. These two surgical methods are, what are the two surgical methods? Who is going to talk about it? Give me a brief idea. One is
Copper T.
copper T. And the second one is
IUCD.
IUCD. Can anyone tell me other two surgical methods which are very common? You studied about them in lower grades.
Vasectomy.
Yes. So it is vasectomy.
And tubectomy.
So what are they? I want to hear from you.
In tubectomy, fallopian tube is blocked.
Is it blocked?
I mean, tied.
In a way that other procedure will go, a person will have menstrual cycle and other regular procedure, but obviously the childbirth is not possible as zygote embryo cannot pass through from fallopian tubule to the endometrium. So that is what is called tubectomy. What is vasectomy?
Vasectomy, vas deferens is cut and
Ah,
tie.
so this way the vast difference of nail is cut and tie. So do you think these procedures are reversible? Like IUCD and copper T is a reversible process. If you remove the copper T or if you remove the IUCD, everything will be normal. In case of vasectomy and tubectomy, do you think they are reversible?
No.
No. But it is safe because once this is done, a person can lead a regular life without having any impact on the other reproductive system. Understood? And many a times people don't go for it because they think that it will have effect on their masculinity or they will have effect on their femininity. Nothing is there. Obviously, a masculine person will be masculine as long as testis is present in the body. Same is ovary is there, that means a female will be female only. But obviously, the reproductive activity will be stopped. So if a person is having 2-3 child and if he or she is feeling that I don't want to have any more child, enough, they can go for vasectomy and tubectomy. Both of them are having their own advantage. Copper T and IUCD is temporary. Okay, and it's the surgical procedure followed to go for their implantation is simple. Whereas in case of vasectomy and tubectomy, it is permanent, which has its only benefit as well as disadvantage. But the thing is that it requires surgical attention. It's not an easy procedure. Anyone else want to ask anything? Class?
Ma'am, menstrual cycle will be continued in 4 of them.
Yes, it will be. वैसेक्टोमी में तो इफेक्ट ही नहीं पड़ता है because it is done in male बेटा. Vasectomy and menstrual cycle doesn't have any relationship. So we are going to talk about the chemical methods, sterilization, barrier method and behavioral methods in our next lecture. Okay? Is that all right?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes,
let us conclude today here. We will meet tomorrow and talk further about the other methods of reproductive birth control. Okay? And by the meantime, keep your doubts ready. Tomorrow also we can start our session with the doubts. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
So bye to all of you. Bye. Now you are getting your videos uploaded in your YouTube, no? I don't think you find any difficulty in finding biology videos.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Bye then. Bye to all of you.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.